Good afternoon, thanks for tuning in. I'm student meteorologist Paul Taschereau with the WestCon weather team. Our weather headline for the past few days has been Hurricane Matthew. Matthew is located just north of Cuba. On satellite, you can see a very impressive looking system with a well-defined eye. The 11 a.m. advisory from the National Hurricane Center shows max sustained winds of 120 miles an hour with the movement to the northwest at 12 miles an hour, and it is this northwest track which is causing a cause for concern across the southeast coast of the United States. Coming back home here in Danbury, what a beautiful day we had today. Cloudless skies. This is a photo I took from our Midtown campus at 1 o'clock this afternoon. So our weather headlines to close out the week: we're going to see a warming trend tomorrow into Friday. Impacts of Matthew over the weekend, we'll touch upon that in a little bit. And Columbus Day, many kids have off from school, you may have taken off from work. Will we see sun, or is it going to be a rainy day? Currently at the 1 o'clock hour here in Danbury, we have a temperature of 64 degrees with a dew point of 40 and winds out of the northeast at 8 miles an hour. On satellite, we see a very impressive circulation here in the northern plains. This is associated with an upper level trough which will be digging through this weekend and will swing a weak cold front through on Saturday. However, what we are focusing on is this second trough which is just digging into the Pacific Northwest right now. Now this is a focal point this weekend, especially with Hurricane Matthew, because a few days ago some of our computer forecast models are showing this trough digging into the southern plains of the United States while Matthew was off the Florida coast. Now the importance of this is if that trough digs deep enough, it could capture Matthew and bring it up the east coast to our general vicinity, and that's something we would have to keep an eye on. However, over the past day or so, our computer forecast models have actually backed off on this trough digging into the southern plains. So what does this mean? Well, with that trough not digging deep and the trough kind of meandering up across the U.S.-Canadian border, Matthew would just sit and sort of stall or do a loopy-loop off the coast of Florida. This scenario means zero impact at all for Matthew, and that is a scenario I am leaning towards happening. Nothing to show on radar. We have sunny skies. And so the forecast for tonight, it's going to be a chilly one. Temperatures are going to get down to around 40 degrees, perhaps upper 30s in the coldest locations. Tomorrow, we're going to rebound quite nicely. Temperatures are going to warm into the lower 70s with calm winds. And looking at the extended day, Thursday and Friday, it's going to be pleasant, absolutely beautiful for this time of year. Temperatures warming up possibly to the mid-70s on Friday. And then the weekend, I did put showers in with the question mark. This all depends on what happens with Hurricane Matthew. And also on Saturday, we are going to see a weak cold front push through, which could be accompanied by a shower. But as of right now, I'm thinking Matthew has no impacts on our weather. We're going to see a beautiful weekend, temperatures between 65 and 70, and Monday, the beginning of the work week, temperatures should be in the mid-60s. Check out our website at wcsu.edu/weather, like us on Facebook, and tune in today at 3 o'clock for Ryan Munn, who'll have an update on the tropics as well as the weekend forecast.